Hey guys, I have a kind of fun announcement to make, and that is that I'm gonna try to post twice a week from now. I really want that to work, and I really hope that will work. Kind of risky to say, but I'm really gonna try the hardest as I can to post twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays. So if you don't see a video one of those days, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, for today's video, I'm very excited about it because I'm gonna talk about America again. Woo! If you did not know, I am a Norwegian girl. I've been growing up in Norway my whole life. Yay, fun. But this year, I have been an exchange student in Colorado in the US. Today, I'm gonna talk about the differences between the high school system because it is like literally two different planets. I have some keywords here, a really long list. So there's a lot to go through. There's probably even more than I have written down, but if I talk too long, I'm probably gonna make a part 2. I have a really weird energy level in this video. I say I'm really excited, but I don't seem that excited, and it just really annoys me, so I'm sorry in advance. So yeah, I'm really excited, and without further ado, let's get started. So I thought I would start with like the basics stuff. High school in America starts in 9th grade and you graduate in 12th grade. In Norway, it goes from 11th grade to 13th grade. So that means we have one more year of school in Norway. But I do know in college in the US, you do 4 years for your bachelor, while in Norway, you only do 3. So maybe that is why. First year in college for Americans, you have to do like a lot of subjects, I think, like math and everything. In Norway, you do not. You like choose the major like right away, kind of. So I'll guess the first year of college for Americans are kind of the same as the last year of high school in Norway, but yeah, that's kind of weird. Also, the grades are divided differently because in the US, I think everyone born like after August and before August, 1 year is like one class, while in Norway, it's only the people born in the same year as you. So like I'm born in 2002, so I am in a grade with everyone who's born in 2002. Okay, and then probably one of the most like biggest differences that I really admire the American school system for is high school spirit. In the US, people are like proud of going to the school they go to and like wear school merch, have their school in their Instagram bio and stuff. In Norway, that is not really the case. I could never ever imagine like putting my school's name in my Instagram bio. That would be so weird. And I don't feel that like proud. Like I like my school, but it's not like I'm a proud part of my school. I just go there to like get an education. So yeah, but that was so fun in America. I think it creates like such a uniting and like friendly, open, yeah, just like a great environment, and you can just like feel the spirit going around the halls, and it's so fun. I really wish we had like some kind of that at least in Norway, but yeah. And school spirit kind of connects with like school sports because in America you attend a sport with your school. So there's like 3 semesters with different sports. If it is a big high school, there's like endless of sports. And sports are like also such like a social outlet. Another way that the school gets like even more united and together. And especially feeling the school spirit at like sports games is the craziest thing I have like ever experienced. It was so cool. Like to think that is happening at like all schools in the US is just crazy. What the— oh yeah, by the way, do you like my shirt? So like football games was usually on Friday nights, and people spend their Friday night like cheering their school up, even though they don't know anyone on the team. They just show up and show their school spirit, which is so fun. But like the difference is in Norway we don't have school sports at all, or clubs or anything. We don't like, you don't do stuff with your school. If you're playing a sport, you have to go to a club. Okay, and then we can talk about subjects because that thing is pretty complicated in Norway. So for high school in Norway, you use your 10th grade grades to apply for high schools. You have to compete for the spots. You are guaranteed a spot somewhere, but you're not guaranteed a spot on your like number 1 school. But you're not only choosing school, you're choosing like a path. So what I do is called general study knowledge, I guess you could translate it to. It sounds really weird. Then I'm basically like handed a lot of subjects that I have to take, and then I have a few electives, but it's not fun electives like Americans have. Like I can choose between like sociology, psychology, or biology or chemistry and stuff. So my electives for next year is sociology and English and math. But there are a lot of paths you can choose to go in high school in Norway. So you can choose media. I really wanted to do that, but the only school I could apply that for I didn't really vibe with. I tried twice, but or you can do sports, designing, theater, dance, music, where basically you still are handed the same subjects that I have, but instead of having electives, they don't get electives, but they do like a lot of dance in like the classes where they should have had an elective, kind of. But there are still more paths you can choose that you cannot go to university afterward. But then high school lasts for 4 years, and in those 4 years you have gotten the education you need to go straight to work after high school, basically. So if you want to be a hairdresser, electrician, chef, why can I not come up with more than that? Okay, well, basically like other practical things like that, you're basically ready to work right away, which is pretty cool. So if you know you want to work with that and don't go to university after high school, that is a pretty cool opportunity, so you don't have to do all those like boring required classes. In America, this is pretty different. You don't choose like paths. I don't think do you choose high school? You go to the high school you're like the closest to, I'm pretty sure, but I think like the basic structure of the high school is the same at all high schools. And during those 4 years of high school, you kind of make your own schedule. So you still get a lot of required classes you need to take to graduate. And then you can choose like when in high school to have them. I think you can have all of them like freshman and sophomore year if you want, and then only have like fun electives junior and senior year. But I got the impression that most people spread them out, I guess. But let's talk about electives, because that, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Especially as an exchange student, I don't really have to take a lot of hard classes. I had social media marketing. What the heck? So instead at my school, choosing between like sociology and psychology, you can choose between pottery or photography or videography or making jewelry. So there's definitely pros and cons with both the systems. For my part, I would definitely way more prefer the American system, but I still like see if you want to be an electrician, I feel like that is easier to do in Norway, so you don't have to do all that work for all the required classes that you will not need for like going to university or for your job at all. Me personally, because I'm going to university anyways, I would much rather want like TV production as an elective instead of English, you know. So, and then classes, because in America you don't get a class you have like a lot of subjects with. You choose a subject and then you have a class with that subject, and then you have a different class for each subject, basically. In Norway you still kind of have the system you do in elementary and middle school, and you get a class you have most classes with because you have all those required classes. So you basically just take them as one class. Again, definitely pros and cons with both. In Norway, you really get to know the people in your class and you get more comfortable, I guess. While in America, you have a class for each subject. You meet a lot of new people. Maybe you don't get as close. I don't know. I didn't really get close with a lot of people. So yeah, I think I have like all subjects except for math with one class. That's probably gonna change next year because there are more electives. But yeah, I have only one class and I don't really meet a lot of people outside of that class. Also, what really surprised me in America is that one class has like people from all different grades. I remember the first like week or something, I was like, why the heck am I in class with a freshman? I'm a senior. I don't want to be with a freshman. But apparently that is just how it is, because you have all those classes you need to take. People take those whenever they want, basically, like whatever year they want. That also creates just like a way more friendly and uniting environment between all grades, not just like one grade, you know? Because in Norway, you can only take some classes when you're in 11th grade or 12th grade. So like science, basic science, you have in 11th grade with your class. You don't have people from like other grades. And in 12th grade, if I do sociology, I do sociology 1. And then in 13th year, I could do sociology 2. So subjects are expected to be done at one grade, not like whatever grade you want. So that is also a difference, I guess. I guess like being friends with other grades is a little less weird in high school, but especially in like middle and elementary school, you're not friends with people from other grades. So that was very surprising when I got to America. Like freshmen joked with seniors. That would never ever happen. There's like a 3-year gap. That is so wrong. Anyways. Oh, okay. So the next kind of relates to the schedules and stuff, but in America, you have a schedule for a semester at a time, and you have that schedule every day, a whole semester. While in Norway, you have a weekly schedule. Like I have Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, like all the days are completely different from each other. And I think it says in the curriculum somewhere that you're supposed to have this many hours a week of math, English, science and stuff. So in America you have all the classes the same amount, but in Norway we don't have nearly as much PE as I do math. Here I probably prefer the Norwegian system because I didn't get bored because I had so fun classes in America, but you have the same schedule every day and that gets pretty boring. The days felt much longer, I felt like, especially at my first school, because then we had only 1 hour of each thing. I felt like you didn't get as much time and you just had so much stuff going on every day, while in Norway you have more variety. That also makes me start later for school sometimes or go home earlier, which is super nice. So last year I started 9:45 twice a week. Isn't that nice? What the heck? Over to grades, and here I'm definitely more for the American grade system. In America it is A, B, C, D, F. It is not an E, I think. And in Norway, it is 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, fail. And A and 6 is the highest. And so in America, you get graded on everything. You get graded on notes, homework, quizzes. Yeah, we don't have quizzes in Norway. And tests, and projects, and assignments, and everything like that. And in Norway, you only get graded on the tests. And in math, only the final. Like everything you do all year basically doesn't matter. It's what you get on the final before summer that kind of decide your grade. So I prefer the American grade system so much more when it comes to this, because it just puts so much pressure. I feel like every time there's a huge test, because you have to study so much in depth, everything, and all the other work you have done that year doesn't really matter, which I don't like at all. And also in Norway, the teachers kind of get a curriculum. The student has to show they know all that to get a 6, the best grade. While in America, you just get points based on your teacher's approval, I guess. Getting an A in America was so much easier than getting a 6 in Norway. Getting a 6 in Norwegian or science or German for me is just unachievable. I can't do it. It's too much. So yeah, not only do you have way more chances of getting your grades up in America, but I just also feel like it's overall more easy, I guess. I still have a lot of stuff to go through, but I've been talking for so long, I'm getting so tired. But I'm going to talk about one last thing, and that is graduation, because this is so different. In the USA, people have a ceremony. I unfortunately couldn't take a part of this because I get sent home early. People have a ceremony with the whole school, with parents and stuff, a huge thing, and then your name get called, you go on stage, get your diploma, take a picture, tassel on the hat on the other side, throw your hats in the air, and just have a fun time. And in Norway, we have a graduation, but it's just a really formal ceremony where you get your diploma, and that's it, kind of, I think. But to celebrate graduation, people party in a bus in blue or red overalls for a month before the exams are taken. Long story short, I could probably make an own video on this because it's so much, but it is called Russ, or russefeiring. The last day before I left, I watched one of those videos where teens react to the Norwegian graduation party thing with my host family, so I'm gonna link that video down below if you want to check it out. It was really fun. I'm gonna be a Russ next year, so maybe I'll do a video then. Yeah, I think that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you liked it or learned something new. If you want to see part 2, give this video a thumbs up so I can make one. I'm probably gonna make one anyways because I'm uploading twice a week now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and until then, have a good time. Yay! Bye!